Hello, welcome back to Eldorado Fitness Studio. My name is Heather, and this is the second episode in the online series designed to help you learn how to work out at home. All right, without further ado, let's begin with leg day. All right, the way we're going to begin this workout is the way you're going to begin every workout, with a warm-up. That means I want you to walk around your house for 3 to 5 minutes. I want you to do high knees, jumping jacks, anything that will get your blood pumping. Want your heart rate up a little bit, light flush to your cheeks, maybe a light sheen of sweat. We want to wake those muscles up before we ask them to start working. Leg day consists primarily of variations of one move. Fortunately, it's a move you do day in and day out, and that is simply sitting and standing, the squat. I'm going to teach you several variations of squat that you can use to build strength and functionality in your legs. I encourage you to challenge yourself with these moves, but remember, do not push into pain. You can push into discomfort, but never ever push into pain. All right, let's get started with the easiest variation, and that is the wall slide. And all you'll need for a wall slide is a towel and a smooth wall or door. All right, got my towel. Let's get started. All right, take your handy dandy towel, put it behind you, and stand with your feet, of course, hip distance apart, shoulders back, down, stomach in, and just leaning against that wall. And all you're going to do is slide down and push back up again. Down and back. You should try to keep your knees above your ankles, or at least around your midfoot. Now I want you to do 10 to 15 repetitions of this. Then take a break for about a minute, then do another 10 to 15 repetitions, then another break, and another 10 to 15 repetitions. That would be a total of 3 sets of 10 to 15 repetitions. If that is too easy, if you can do this with no pain, then you're ready to move on to something a little bit more challenging, which is a regular squat without the wall. So let's give that a shot. Okay, moving on to the regular basic body weight squat. Shoulders back, down, suck in your gut, and you should have your back engaged. And all you're going to do is drop down. Try to keep your body as upright as you possibly can, and go down as far as you comfortably can, no pain. So straight down and up, down and up. 10 to 15 repetitions, 1 minute break, 3 sets. Now if you find you can do that very easily, add some weight. You can do that with a bag filled with whatever challenging weight you've got on hand. Cans of food. If you're not up to quite that much of a challenge, clothes, a couple of towels, whatever gets your heart rate going. So again, hold it up nice and high so that you can keep your shoulders back and down, and down and up, down and up. If you want an extra challenge with the weight, go down nice and slow and push up fast. Again, challenge yourself. Our next variation of squat is called a sumo squat. So for this one, I want you to take a really wide stance, really wide. I want your toes pointed out. And we are going to again drop down, shoulders back, down, stomach in, back engaged. And just drop straight down and push back up, down and up. And from the side, want you to maintain that straight back and good form with your body. Down and up, down and up. And again, you can challenge yourself with your bag of weight, whatever that weight may be. Wide stance, toes pointed out, shoulders back. Hold it up nice and high so you can keep your shoulders back. And down and up. Down and up. 10 to 15 repetitions, 3 sets, minute break in between each set. All right, our last major exercise is something that we all do all the time, and it is stepping up. Very simply, it is up and then back with the same leg. Now notice again my form. My shoulders are back, down, my stomach is in, back is engaged, and my eyes are forward. If you need to look down at your feet, you can either glance really quick or just move your eyes. But you'll find if you keep your form good on this, it will protect your knees. So if you're out climbing lots of stairs, it'll prevent you from getting sore knees when you reach the top of those flights of stairs. Again, up and back down with the same foot. And then the opposite leg, up and back down. You'll find this helps with your balance, and you'll be able to prevent knee soreness and injury by keeping your body upright. When you're climbing stairs, please do not drag yourself up by the handrail. And if you're on a step and you're leaning forward, that ends in knee pain. So if you've ever climbed a bunch of steps and wondered why your knees were aching, it's probably because when you were pulling yourself up and leaning forward, pushing that knee forward, putting undue strain on it. Want to help you prevent that? Learn some good techniques and build strength and functionality in your legs. All right, you've made it all the way through. Now there are just 2 exercises left to cover. They are the standing calf raise and the seated calf raise. So time to address the lower part of your leg. We saved this move for last because your calves have been worked out, pre-worked out by doing all those squats. This is just an extra little oomph to help them get strong and to help with your balance. So we do that with a standing calf raise. Now you can do, there are 3 variations to this. There is a standing calf raise without any ledge whatsoever. I strongly encourage you to put 2 fingers on the wall for balance, just in case, never hurts. Again, you want your form nice and standing tall, shoulders back, stomach back, and just lift up. Now, if you have access to some sort of ledge, a stair, something firm, stand on that. On the balls of your feet with your heels dangling down. That gives you a greater range of motion and works the calves a wee bit more. Keep your knees soft. We don't want them locked out. And again, with a good form, and just up and down. 10 to 15 repetitions, 3 sets. Now, if you find that's too easy, switch over to one leg. And up and down. And up and down. Switch legs. What you do to one side, you do to the other. So up and down. Up and down. 10 to 15 repetitions, 3 sets, and that's your standing calf raise. Last but not least, we have the seated calf raise. And the reason we're doing this variation, it works a different part of your calf. And basically, you want to have your feet elevated so that your heels are lower than your toes. You can use books for this. I've got a board underneath here. You can use a couple of bricks. Anything that elevates your toes above your heels. Just make sure that the height is the same. Put a weight of some sort. I've got my handy dandy bag full of heavy stuff on my lap. I've got it on my legs, just behind my knees. You do not really want anything heavy resting on your kneecaps. So definitely put that weight on your thighs, not on your kneecaps. And again, you are simply going to raise your heel and down and squeeze at the top. And you can get a fairly heavy weight on this. Hell, put your dog on your lap. If you've got a big dog, both grandkids, just make sure they switch sides. And raise and lower, raise and lower. And again, just because I'm sitting does not mean I do not have my proper form. So, as always, shoulders back, down, my stomach is in, my back is engaged, and up and down, and up and down. 10 to 15 reps, 3 sets, minute break in between each one. And that concludes our leg day. I strongly recommend you try all of the variations of the squats that you can manage. Do several of these. It will help. And tomorrow, I hope that you join me for chest day.